Okay, happy Geek Week, everybody. How you doing? I'm going to bring up an old geek issue about anime that people talk about so horribly. It was like a record player over and over and over that it bothered me a lot. A lot of people bring up the issue that Americans were the ones horribly raping anime, and technically that's not true. There is a production company that I know that does this, and no one realizes that they're located in Vancouver, Canada. They're known as the Ocean Group, or Ocean Media, or Ocean Productions. You don't believe me? You can look them up. They've been known to do animes like Soul Taker, Trouble Chocolate, Tokyo Underground, Zoids, New Century Zero, Silent Morbius, Sanctuary, Saber Marnet J, Ronin Warriors, Ranma 1/2, Project Arms, Project Echo, and it's even on the list of I'm just looking up here. Nana, Monster Rancher, Gundam Wing, Gundam Seed, Destiny, Gundam Seed. The list goes on and on. Kishin Corp, Master Keaton, Mermaid Scar. They did pretty much Inuyasha. Let me see, Hamtaro. Yes, Hamtaro, Galaxy Angel, Fatal Fury Motion Picture. Yeah, this is Dragon Drive, Dragon Ball Z, the 13 episodes. The first 13 episodes, actually, because I remember watching the 13 episodes back in the early 90s. Death Note, Boys Over Flowers, Black Lagoon, and I'm just gonna name random titles here, guys. I'm sorry. And Dot Hack Sign Roots, which were very popular animes that were dubbed. And a lot of people talk about this, that Americans are raping dubs. And it's like, no, they're not. Some according to the facts here, some of them were produced in Canada. And do you think that we had anything to do with it, technically, when we're the ones who watch those animes, and you think we kind of altered them in any way? No, that came from the Canadian Board of Censorship there, buddy. Not us. They just do it because they had to set the standards here. And you know better than I do that Canadians have their own standards too, and practices on this. And I understand that culturally they have morals too. And this is not something totally new here. This has been around longer than I can remember. Okay, guys? And I understand that. I'm not trying to bash Canadians here, guys. But the truth is, you guys, like, I had to deal with a lot of Canadian fans that were like bashing me on the forums, and I try to tell them, look, I'm not, just because I'm American doesn't mean I'm totally into dubs. I do watch Japanese subs, man. And a lot of people tend to, think that Americans are responsible for horrible dubs when technically it's Canadians that are doing it. And they don't realize this. And it kind of hurts me to say this, but I got to tell you the honest truth here. Some of you guys are crazy. And I had to deal with this crap. And I'm sorry that, I'm not trying to, single you guys out, but I'm trying to point out the facts here that there are actors from Canada that do voice acting, and I know that you guys tend to, make fun of them. Like, for example, Scott McNeil, Brian Drummond, they were both Canadian actors from Canada that have been known to do good roles. Like, Brian Drummond, who you can look them up if you don't believe me. Brian Drummond is from Canada, and he's been best known for the role for Miliardo, Peacecraft, and Zex Marquise in Gundam Wing. And also Scott McNeil was best known for the role as Piccolo and Dual Maxwell. A lot of people used to always joke around about about Scott McNeil's voice when he does Piccolo. Like, they always talk about how bad his voice is and everything, talking about that it sounds so that's like he's in a toilet constipating. Like, okay, and here's the example of Scott McNeil's voice right now.
Oh yes, oh.
Now you see why most people just avoid watching that series. But it was actually a pretty good series to me. I had a lot of good experiences with that anime. But it seems people always tend to be negative about it, especially for example, like Pokemon. People are always negative about Pokemon. And it's like, really, guys, you got to go that far over this? And I understand that some of you tend to do this, trolling and all this other stuff. Really, it's got to stop, because there's no point in trolling anymore, because it's already gone out of control. Because and it's sad too, but I had to point out this issue, because a lot of people kept bashing me and trolling me so badly that I had to bring up that point many years ago, because no one realized that Canadians were dubbing animes, and they've been accusing Americans doing this, but yet they don't realize that Canadians are doing this as well. And I'm not trying to, beat this out of you guys, but you guys need to knock off that crap. It just gets a little bit immature sometimes. So I'm going to leave you guys with this thought, okay? The next time you do that and act on your passion, it's okay to act on it, but make sure you do it for the right reasons. Because the fact is, I'm not trying to bash anime fans or anime fans in Canada or anything like that. I'm just pointing out the facts here. And I know that you guys love anime too. I loved it too. I love to watch anime too. And it's sad that people tend to bash you on the forums when you ask them about some stuff or something like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys with a thought on this. So I'll see you guys later. Happy Geek Week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Oh, the Dragon Balls. Oh, the Dragon Balls. Oh, the Dragon Balls. The Dragon Balls. Yes, the Dragon Balls.